Have to go in slow with a lot of lubrication. That didn't sound right. Oh! Welcome back to the Big Top. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take some measurements here right quick. We're getting, and I'm gonna have to shed some light on it here. We're getting 2 inches. My 2 dogs are cutting up. Frank, Gracie, hush. 2 inches, 810 thousandths, or 71 millimeter. Okay, and that's all the way down. We're going to lock this in place. I'm going to try to hold it, but kind of what I figured. We're like right there under that fin. So we're going to start our cut right there. But first, and like I said, we're going to, it was 2.810 and then 71 millimeter. We've got to make a center point right here. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's get the show started. We're going to have to chuck it up. I've got just enough room to chuck this lightly. So I'm going to chuck that, and then we're going to find center of this, and you'll see where I'm going with this here in just a second. All right. We got our drill dot in there. The reason for that is you're fixing to find out. I made this piece right here, which it will fit down right down to the bottom. What I'm wanting to do is chuck this, push the live center into that dot to hold it tight. I don't think it will hold it tight enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bead of super glue around it, chuck it up, spin it, and use super glue in machining before, and it does hold. So, and it's kind of chilly out here right now. But all of these speed tests that we do on these bikes and what have you, y'all have to remember, is done on flat ground. here in South Louisiana, there's no hills here. It's all flat. So all our speeds are set on completely flat ground. And that motor I did for the Dragonfly, my bike does 39. It didn't leave me, but it did get me. So, and this was the motor out of it. So we're going to put this in there. And we're going to chuck it up, pressure it with the live center, and spin it and heat it up to make sure it adheres. What I'm hoping for is when I cut this is going to hold it enough, and once I cut all the way through, then the jug will be liberated and nothing's going to go flying anywhere. That's what I hope for anyhow. So let's see how it goes. All right, we're going to have to go in slow with a lot of lubrication. That didn't sound right. Okay, we're getting close to our bolt holes. Once I make it past the bolt holes, I'm gonna move it all the way over to this side of the fin. And I got stuff all over the lens of this camera. Okay. I'm sure that's gonna blur it up real good there. But I'm gonna move all the way over to the edge of this one, and that will be enough to create our boss. As soon as I make it past, you see the bolt holes right here, as soon as I make it past that, then we'll move over, and that should be enough for our boss, and then we'll part it off. Hopefully. Not quite past our bolt holes yet. Had a little snag there. And we're getting there though. All right, let's proceed. It's catching on those. Why is it catching right there? I don't know. My tool should be plenty sharp. Yeah, tool sharp. You're just past our bolt holes, and I mean just past, and I'm gonna take a little bit more off, and then I'm going to all the way to the other side here, which will leave me my boss, and then we'll part it off, hopefully. It's a little bit more. Okay, we're past our bolt holes. Now I'm going to go all the way over, and that should leave me all the way over to here. It's going to hit too. Yeah, I need to back out. And then we are going to try to part it off, hopefully. So, here we go. It looks pretty flat. A little more lube. Hopefully we're getting close to the end. And that didn't sound good. We did it. Well, I didn't mean for that to happen. But there we go. A YD100 head. Cool. And a cylinder that I'm probably not going to be able to get off there right now, but we got the boss, we got everything right there. A little bit of heat and I'll get that off of there, but step one, this is it. And that's the consumable right there. So it was cut all the way down there, right at the holes and everything. So not too bad, eh? Let's see if it'll come out of there. Well, a little bit of acetone and a little bit of heat. We'll get that right out of there. Yeah, we did it. Step one. We got it. There you go. That's a YD100 head. All this will be polished and cleaned up. We got a nice boss there to squish down on the, or actually squash down on the head gasket. And actually I like the way it comes up to kind of a point. So when I polish all this up, clean all this up, and then bolt that down, that'll be good to go. All right, so all we have to do is liberate this. That'll be on phase 2 or episode 2 will be, I've got to balance the crank and install the ceramic bearings, which they're different to install. You can't beat them, you can't hit on them. So phase 1 done, we got it. Please hit like and subscribe. There you go. Because I think you YD100 fellas might want to see how this is going to turn out, because I think it's going to be totally badass. We'll be taking a total of 280 thousandths out of this. We just took 125 with that 1/8 inch cut. So we got about a little more than 125 to go, which really is not that much. So please hit like and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. And tell me if I'm wasting my time or not, which I don't think I am. The motor's got potential, but with its current or it's porting, it doesn't. So thumbs up, please hit likes, I really appreciate those, and y'all have a good one.